y'all. Welcome back to my channel. Ooh, I got coffee stains, y'all. Don't be looking. Anyways, y'all, today's video basically is a life update story time because I have been off my channel for a little while now because my job just be having me ripping and running. Like right now, I have like one off day, and it's been like that for like 2 to 3 weeks. So your girl is kind of going through some things. Wait, let me hit this. If y'all don't follow me, this is my mug. It says Hollywood because you know your girl is Hollywood. And today's story time is going to be a van life update, and then I'm going to tell y'all where I am right now on that journey, and along, you know, as well as some other things that I have going on right now. So let's just jump right into the van life. Okay, so y'all, I have this board on OfferUp where I see vans that I like, and it's titled Vanlife, and I have some vans in the board that I've been watching. Vans that before I started saving money that I just liked, and I just saved into the board. So there was this one van. I like Dodge vans. Let me just put that out there. I just like the way that they look. To me, they look more appealing. And there was this van. When I said that I was going to do the van life, right? Which is that video that I sent y'all. I would say like this happened like 2 weeks ago when I went on OfferUp, and or maybe 3 weeks ago. I went on OfferUp, and this van that I had in my board had went down, you know, a significant amount of money, and the amount of money that they were asking for it, I could pay. So I called up my daddy and I was like, yo, can you come with me? I don't want to go by myself. And my daddy was like, yeah, okay. And so the man, he was like, yeah, can we meet up on this day between this time, yada, you know, whatever. So here's how it went. Me, Shasta, my granny, my stepmother, my granny's dad, and my niece Casey. So it was 6 of us. Let me make sure. Daddy, Granny, Shima, Shasta, me, and Casey. So it was 6 of us. So I felt pretty confident, like the man wasn't going to try to, like, you know, beat me up and take my little coin, because it was just too many people. Plus, y'all, where I had to meet him, it was in 5th Ward. And, 5th Ward. And your girl was shook, because, you know, I mean, I feel like, you know, we may all be from the north side, but I just feel like people from Acres Home are just, nobody's really on the same level as people from 5th Ward. If you really understand me, if you know, then you know. Like, I've known, like, their mentality is just different. Like, it's so hood. Like, okay, y'all know, we don't do that at Acres Home. You know, we feed our horses, and we sit on our porches, and I really see Acres Home as like the suburbs or something. Okay, but anyways, that's beside the point. So I felt really confident that I had so many people with me, right? Because this man obviously ain't finna, you know, beat up and kill and rob all of us, right? Okay, so, and plus he lived in a public place. He lived right by a park, and he actually lived right across the street from some high school in Fort. I don't know the name. I forgot. But whatever the high school name was, we were literally right across the street from him. All you had to do was cross the street, and plus there was a public park. So I was like, man, this man ain't finna try nothing crazy with all these people around here. Okay, so the man gets to talking, y'all, and he is very adamant that he needs to sell. So I'm just like, I'm looking at it. My granny, she was like, yeah, V, this is a good car. My daddy, he's looking under the hood for stuff that I don't really know nothing about. And not only that, y'all, so the man waited until it was time for us to meet up to tell me that the battery was dead and that we needed to bring our own battery. But that wasn't a problem. My daddy a mechanic, so, you know, we did that. And my daddy put it in the battery, and the car started right up, and it was clean, but there was something with the front strut. There was something wrong with it, but the man didn't know what was wrong with it. But my dad, being a mechanic, my dad was like, oh, this is what's wrong with it. This is what needs to be replaced. Now, the man made it very adamant that he needed to sell it. That it was just not simply an option. That he needed to sell it. That he had fell into hard times. And yada, yada, yada. And so while he basically giving us the story, his life story. Some gentleman comes over and is like, "Oh, you're selling the van?" Talking to the owner. And he was like, "Well, the coach from the school wants to buy it. Yada yada. And in the middle of us, while we're in the process of, basically securing the van. And so my granny was like, no, sir, we're here to buy, like, period. Like, my granny was like, no. And I didn't really say anything because your girl can get a little rude, okay? And I just kind of stood there, but my granny, like, she was all talk, as a matter of fact about it. So I didn't have to say anything. But when the man walked off, after the man was like, no, well, the coach, the owner was like, well, the coach ain't come and said nothing. The van been here for like 4 months. Y'all, the van had been sitting for like 4 months, possibly not more, but I'm not really sure. Anyways, y'all, when he left, like, y'all know, like, I start making faces. Like, let me show y'all one of the faces I made. I go like this. Because what would possess him in his right mind to come over there while we are in the middle of trying to, like, do you not have any respect? Like, I don't know who raised you or what the situation is, but even the owner was like, well, why would he come over here? He's seen this van sitting right here. I talk to him all the time. He ain't never said nothing. I just felt very disrespected at that moment, and that had already kind of set me off because don't you see us here? Don't you see us in the middle of doing what we got to do to make a purchase? Like, oh, that's making me mad all over again. Ugh. Anyways, so basically, we finished up our conversation with the seller, and we had agreed to sell it because he told me that he had no use for it, right? He told me that there was no use for him to hold on to it. Okay, so we left. Now, when we left, y'all, that was around 1 o'clock, 1 p.m., 1:30, right? Later on that day, around 5, I had to be at orientation for this drama school that I've been looking at. I've been looking at this drama school since I was in high school, and I went to the orientation, and I was just like, I do not want to go here. You spend all that money just to go to a school, like, you spend all that money to go to an acting school just to come back home to receive a BFA. Like, I just don't think that that's very smart. So basically, both of the speakers, they had already turned me out. So, like, I was already in the mood, right? So, while they were talking about their lives and drama school and how I'm not saying that they didn't accomplish anything. I'm just saying that, spending all that money being in debt and you hadn't really accomplished anything. So I'd already felt some type of way. So then I get a message on my offer up from the man with the van to tell me that he is no longer selling the van. And I'm just like, what the f***? What do you mean you not selling the van? You just told me that you could not get it fixed. And let me tell you something, y'all. I ain't never been fed up like I was been fed up. But y'all, I don't understand. The man told me that he had no use for it. And he really just kind of switched up on me real quick. And, yeah, I honestly, I felt so sad after that. Like, low-key, I kind of felt depressed. Because, why would you do that? Why would you have me come look at the van if you were going to decide to keep it? And my granny thinks that once my daddy told him what was wrong with the van, that he realized that it was very cheap to fix, and that's why he decided not to sell it. And that's fine, but before we met up, y'all, we set up the meetup date a week prior. Like, he had all that time. He waited until the day that I came to say he didn't want to sell it, and I'm just like, what? And so basically, y'all, that put me in a rut. I put off Vanlife right now. I even want to leave my Facebook group page of Vanlife. Like, I don't even want to look at a van, honestly, because honestly, even right now, it just kind of puts me in a mood. So, y'all, that is the van life update, aka life update. So, I don't have a van, and I don't want to go to that drama school that I thought I always wanted to go to. But so much better things are happening for me right now, y'all. In 2.5 weeks, I would say, or maybe 2 weeks, I am going to Nacogdoches to go to SFA to do my audition to be admitted into the Bachelor of Fine Arts program, which I'm so excited about because your girl been feeling a little comfortable. And I really, when I said that why I quit college, I said I was going to take the semester off, and I was feeling kind of discouraged, which is why I said that I may take a year off, but that's just because I'm just trying to avoid the inevitable. Then, you know, I don't know how to say that. Inevitable. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, okay? Y'all know what I'm trying to say, like, period. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But your girl is ready to move forward. Like, your girl is ready to be learning her craft. Like I've said before, I've done all my prereqs. So all I have to take is my drama class. So the next 3 years that I have left in college are only drama courses. Because I'm a Bachelor of Fine Arts, which is basically with a how do you say, with a focus on performing. So I'm really excited about that, and everything is really falling into place. I just filled out my application like 2 days ago. Even though I'd already filled out an application for the fall, I decided to move it up to the spring. I'm just ready to be out there doing my thing, doing what makes me happy, because your girl ain't been feeling happy these days. Like, your girl been making lattes and frappes, and that's cool and whatever, but your girl want to be making props, like learning the history of art and being surrounded by like-minded people, which is what I really enjoyed when I auditioned for the play at HCC. Like, so many people were in the situation as me, and when I did my audition, like, that was my first time meeting people who majored in theater, because going to a main campus that, you know, focuses on other stuff, you don't meet a lot of art majors. You don't meet any. I've always been the only drama major in my courses. Always. And I'm just ready to be around people who are like me, who have the same goals as me. And I just feel like at the moment SFA is the place for me, which is why I chose out there rather than any school around here, because I can't focus on my craft and on my art, and my craft and my art is practically my life. Like, it's my personality. So if I'm not making art or focusing on my craft, then I'm not really being me. And so that is it. I cannot wait to show y'all, because I'm gonna be like vlogging and stuff. I'm gonna catch the Greyhound. I'm kind of nervous, but I told my friend, I never rode a bus that far, but then I thought about it. Like, I've gotten on planes by myself several times. Like, when I went to Washington, D.C., that was by myself. When I went to Arizona, that was by myself. When I went to Kentucky, I was with a group, but I didn't know any of those people the day that we flew, that we went out there. So I shouldn't be, scared to ride the bus. But low-key, I am, y'all. I am. But, y'all, that is it for this life update / van update / my life is a mess. But that is it for this video. Like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow my Instagram channel at AyoIsVic. Or you can don't follow my personal, because, y'all, I don't like to accept people on my personal. I don't know. I have this paranoia where I feel like people are gonna stalk me. But my personal Instagram and my Instagram for my YouTube channel, I just feel like they're not the same. So I post a lot of personal stuff on my personal. Okay, and then I feel like my acting channel is like I only talk about acting. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm sorry about not posting, but that is it. Bye.